What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I've been watching a lot of information on YouTube, watching a lot of different videos, people talking about, is trucking dead? Can you make money in trucking now? One of the things I notice is that there's a lot of people giving information out here about stuff like this, and in my opinion, personally, they really don't know what the hell they talking about. You got a lot of people right now that's they've been driving for like a year or 2 years. They trying to tell you what's going on in trucking, and I'm just gonna say, YouTube can be a YouTube university. You can learn a lot from YouTube, but you definitely have to learn how to sift through, so to speak, your sources of information. Just because there's a lot of information on YouTube, there's also a lot of garbage on YouTube. You got to know how to find people to get your information from. So since I came across this videos about what's going on in trucking, I decided it's time for me to start talking, man. It's time for me to start giving out the information that I've acquired, sharing my knowledge, and I guess sort of stop gatekeeping. It's not like I mean to do it, but I'm not the type of person that's going to run to the internet, because I'm not a attention whore. I don't want all eyes on me. I've always been an introverted person. If you look at some of my older videos on the channel, you'll see that I've commented several times that I hate being on camera. I hate being in front of people. I won't say I hate it. I'm just not comfortable with it. And I think that's a shame, because a lot of people like me in my age group, I'm 53. A lot of people like me in my age group, we have a lot of knowledge. We've accumulated a lot of wisdom, and we're the people who are the least likely to be on camera in front of people, because we just don't like that kind of attention. We didn't grow up in an era where that was normal. So for us, we don't like to get in front of cameras. We don't like to get in front of people. We don't like to share our knowledge and our wisdom with people. And that's a shame, because you go to TikTok and stuff like that, you got 22-year-old life coaches and life influencers. These people don't know nothing. Y'all, they don't know nothing. How they gonna tell you how to live your life? How they gonna tell you how to function out here in life? And they haven't even lived yet. They what, 2 or 3 years out of their parents' house? If that. So it's really a shame that the generation that should be on here sharing their information, sharing their knowledge, is the generation that didn't grow up in front of a camera. And most of us are introverted from the camera. We don't like being in front of the camera. But I have to break that. I have to break that and just try to get comfortable being in front of this camera. So I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're gonna be a fan of this channel, if you're gonna follow this channel and get the information and the knowledge I'm gonna be dropping on you, I'm telling you right now, my videos are gonna be very raw. You're not gonna see a lot of editing. There's gonna be some ums and ahs and all of that stuff, because I'm not gonna be doing a lot of editing. I'm gonna tell you why. I've tried to do YouTube a few times, and every single time what gets me is the 3, 4, 5 hours it takes to edit the videos. Sitting down for hours trying to figure out how the perfect this and the perfect that. Screw that, man. I'm just gonna film the damn video. I'm gonna put it up raw just like it is. Hopefully y'all love it. Hopefully you respect it and just take it for the information. It's gonna be low quality video, but it's gonna be the quality of the video itself is gonna be low, but the information is gonna be the highest quality you can get on the internet. All right. So as per the title of this video, how to become a rich trucker. The first thing you need to understand about how to become a rich trucker is that you're not going to do it driving the truck. Why? Because it's damn near impossible. Just like it's damn near impossible to get rich doing any job. Doing a job is not going to make you rich. Now, what you do with the income is what's important. I can give any one of y'all on this channel right now, I can give you a job that pays $200,000 a year. More than likely, if you're broke, I'm going to give you that $200,000 a year job. Guess what? You're going to be broke with a $200,000 a year job. It's not about how much money you make. It's understanding what to do with it. Now, before I go too crazy with this information, let's get something straight. Because in this country, we've been taught a lot of bullshit. Excuse my French, but I'm just keeping it real. We've been taught a lot of lies. I want you to conduct an experiment or just imagine in your mind with me, right? I want you to imagine in your mind if you was to take 4, let's say 10-year-olds, right? Take 4 10-year-olds that have never played Monopoly and sit them down in front of the Monopoly game and just let them play. Don't explain no rules to them. Don't explain how it works. The only thing they need to know is which piece is theirs and how to get their little $200 when they pass go. That's all the rules you give them. And watch what happens. Watch what happens. You know what those kids are going to look like playing Monopoly? They're going to look like most of us look like out here in the real world, because we've been dropped into a game and we were not given the instructions of how it works. We were not given the instructions of how to play. So picture this. All right, I want you to think about this. It takes some research. You need to do some digging. Stop being lazy. Stop being lazy. Research the bankruptcy of 1933. All right? The bankruptcy of 1933 occurred during the Great Depression, and a lot of trickeration was done during the bankruptcy of 1933. A lot of stuff was done that set this country up to be what it is right now, which is a slave nation. Okay? Yeah, you thought the 14th Amendment did away with slavery. No, the 14th Amendment was not about doing away with slavery. The 14th Amendment was about making slavery the norm. You need to understand this. All right? Let me explain. Let me break it down to you. During the bankruptcy of 1933, a lot of acts were enacted. A lot of laws were passed to straighten out the banking industry. Within that whole debacle was an imperative for American banks to turn in all their gold and silver to the nearest Federal Reserve repository. Now, why is that important? Well, it's important for you to understand what the Federal Reserve is. The Federal Reserve is not owned, it's not ran, it's not controlled by our government. It is a private banking institution. A lot of people don't understand that. They don't know that, which is why they should have never been able to allow to call it the Federal Reserve in the first place, because it's very deceptive. It makes people believe it has something to do with the government. It does not. All right. So a lot of things were done, and people were told to take their gold and their silver, real money. If you look in the Constitution, gold and silver was the only thing that was supposed to be real money. They were ordered to bring that to the nearest Federal Reserve repository. What did that do? That effectively removed all of the currency, all the real money from the country. What did they replace it with? Federal Reserve notes. Them greenbacks in your pocket. Now, I wouldn't even say greenbacks, because those used to actually be worth something. Them green bills in your pocket, that monopoly money in your pocket, that's literally worth, not even worth the ink that's on the paper. You were given that in exchange and told that you would have to use that for money. And over the generations since then, people have just gotten used to it. That's our money. That's not money. It's not money. It is a debt instrument. We are a debt country. The whole country runs off debt, and the money, the green money we got, is an IOU. Effectively, it's just an IOU. You're paying debt with debt. So what does that mean? Well, you live in a country that operates 1,000% off credit. Let that sink in. You live in a country that operates 1,000% off credit. Off credit. Now, most of y'all already starting to get a little uncomfortable, because as soon as you hear the word credit, you know what yours looks like. Exactly. This is how they enslaved you. They didn't teach you the rules of the game. But this channel, I'm going to teach you how this shit works. And once you understand how it works, you'll understand how to take advantage of it. Because there's all kind of advantage to be taken if you understand it. All right? So watch this next video. And this next video is going to explain to you how you can start to take advantage of the system that you've been dropped in. Because I'm going to start laying out and giving you the instructions to this game. All right? Thanks for watching.